My partner lied about our child's paternity, so I took a DNA test, and the truth shocked everyone. I'm Ethan Hayes, 34, a construction engineer in Austin, and this is how my girlfriend's lies about my son's paternity nearly broke me, but also how I found my way through. I build bridges and buildings, solving problems with blueprints and grit. My office in downtown Austin is a cluttered mess. Blueprints stacked on my desk, a coffee mug with a faded Longhorns logo, and a photo of my son, Liam, grinning at the zoo. Liam, 5, is my world, but Jessica, my girlfriend of 6 years, shattered my trust when I learned she'd lied about his dad. I was slow to doubt her, caught up in love and raising him, but her deceit cut deep. The truth hurt like hell, but it set me free, and her lies cost her everything. Jessica, 33, swore I was Liam's dad from the start. We met at a friend's taco night in East Austin, bonding over spicy margaritas and her laugh that filled the room. She's a party planner, always juggling events, her phone buzzing with clients. We were solid, or so I thought. Park playdates with Liam, bedtime stories, building forts in our living room. Our apartment in South Austin is cozy, with creaky wood floors, a sagging couch, and Liam's crayon drawings taped to the fridge. But her late-night calls and sneaky texts started raising red flags. Her friend Rachel Brooks, 32, a hairstylist with a loud laugh, acted cagey, like she was hiding something. My dad, James, 60, a retired mechanic who loves his fishing trips, urged me to trust Jessica. "She's a good mom," he'd say over coffee at his place in Round Rock. Trust? I wanted to, but I was unraveling. Liam called me Daddy, his hugs keeping me grounded, unaware of the storm brewing. My best friend, Tom Larson, 35, a lawyer who's always got a beer in hand, smelled trouble early. We'd grab drinks at a dive bar on Rainy Street, and he'd say, "Get a DNA test, man. Something's off." My sister Sophie, 37, a nurse with a sharp eye, saw my stress. "Protect Liam," she texted after a family barbecue where Jessica dodged questions. Rachel's whispers to friends stung. "Ethan's too paranoid." Paranoid? I was Liam's rock. My boss, Anna, 42, kept me sane at work, praising my latest bridge project. "You're a pro," she'd say, handing me blueprints. Pro? I was a dad in crisis, barely holding it together. I poured everything into Liam, pushing him on swings at Zilker Park, reading him Goodnight Moon, hammering together a treehouse in our backyard. Jessica and I seemed tight, but her excuses for late calls, work stuff, got flimsier. I brushed it off, wanting our family to stay whole, but the cracks were there. I wasn't losing Liam to her secrets. I had to know the truth, no matter how much it hurt. It was a humid Austin night, the kind where the air sticks to you. Jessica tucked her phone away fast, her eyes darting. We were in our kitchen, dishes piled in the sink, Liam asleep upstairs. "Who are you texting?" I asked, trying to sound calm. "Nobody," she snapped, too quick. My gut churned. "Tell me the truth," I pressed, leaning on the counter. She laughed, sharp. "You're paranoid, Ethan." Paranoid? Her work calls at 2 a.m. weren't adding up. Rachel was over, smirking from the couch. "Relax, Ethan," she said, flipping her hair. Relax? I was Liam's dad. Or was I? I called Tom, my voice shaky, pacing our apartment's tiny balcony, the city's neon hum below. "She's hiding something," he said, blunt, over the clink of bar glasses. "Get a DNA test." Sophie texted, "Don't let her lie to Liam." Lie? My heart raced. Dad met me at his place, his fishing gear strewn across the garage. "Talk to her first, son," he said, cautious. Talk? Jessica was dodging me. Then Sophie sent me a screenshot. Jessica texting Rachel, "Liam's not his, hope he never knows." Not mine? My world spun, the air heavy. I confronted Jessica the next night, showing her the text on my phone, the kitchen dim except for a flickering bulb. "Who's Liam's dad?" I asked, my voice steady but my hands trembling. She paled, then snapped, "You're spying! Spying? Rachel, sitting at our table, chimed in. You're overreacting, Ethan. Overreacting? I dug deeper, finding old chats. Jessica to Rachel, hinting her ex, Michael, knew about Liam. Michael? My blood boiled. Sophie sent more. Screenshots of Jessica's vague Instagram posts about past mistakes. Mistakes? She was hiding a bomb. I wrestled with it. Love, doubt, rage. Liam was my son, his giggles, his tiny hand in mine, my heart. Why was Jessica lying? Was she scared I'd leave? Her fear wasn't an excuse. Tom pushed me over tacos. Test his DNA, protect Liam, he said, tossing me a napkin. Test? I had to know. Sophie gave me notes, her records of Jessica's odd comments at family dinners, like dodging questions about Liam's baby pictures. Use this, she said, fierce. Dad called, his voice soft. Don't hurt the boy. Hurt? Jessica was the threat. Jessica didn't stop. She told co-workers at her event planning gig I was neglecting Liam. Neglecting. I built his treehouse, took him to every soccer practice. I found her call log, nightly talks with Michael. Michael? My suspicions grew. Rachel posted online, some dads don't step up. Step up? I was there every day. I kept quiet, saving every text, every call log, Sophie's notes. Jessica thought she could keep me in the dark. She didn't know my resolve, my love for Liam, my need for truth. I was done being her fool. Jessica's lies kept coming, bolder each time. At Liam's school play in South Austin, she whispered to parents, Ethan's barely around. My jaw clenched, standing by the stage. I'm here, I said, firm, as Liam waved, dressed as a cowboy. Jessica smirked. Kids know who cares. Cares? I built his world. Rachel told a teacher, Ethan's not a real dad. Real? I was at every rehearsal, cheering. Sophie fumed over coffee. She's lying to everyone, Ethan. Lying? I was done. I showed Tom new proof, a recording of Jessica saying, Ethan can't find out, caught when I accidentally left my phone on speaker during a fight. She's trapped, Tom said, eyes narrow at his office downtown. Get that DNA test, Sophie called. Protect Liam's future. Protect? I was gearing up. Rachel spread rumors at work telling colleagues I was unstable, hinting I doubted Liam. Unstable? I found texts. Jessica to Rachel. Michael knows about Liam. Michael, her ex. My blood boiled. I met Dad at his house, his old fishing rods leaning in the corner. Jessica's hiding Liam's dad, I said, showing texts. He sighed, his hands rough from years of work. Don't hurt the boy. Hurt? Jessica was scared of losing us, but her lies were the knife. Sophie caught her at a coffee shop in East Austin, telling friends I neglected Liam. Neglected? I read him bedtime stories every night. I found an email, Jessica to Michael. Keep quiet about Liam. Quiet? I saved everything, recordings, texts, Sophie's notes. Jessica got cocky, posting online with Liam. My everything. Everything? She was deceiving him. Tom mapped it out at a bar. Airtight case. Sophie met me, eyes fierce. Get the truth. Truth? I was close. Dad urged, talk to her, son. Talk? She was a wall. I found call logs, nightly chats with Michael. Michael? I knew he was Liam's dad. The pressure hit hard. Anna noticed my focus slipping at work, blueprints piling up. You're off, Ethan, she said, blunt. What's going on? I spilled the basics. She's vicious, Sophie warned, sharing Jessica's latest post hinting at secrets. Vicious? I saw red. I confronted Rachel at a cafe on South Congress. What's Jessica hiding about Liam? I asked, calm. She scoffed. You're hurting her with your doubts. Hurting? Jessica was the schemer. She started limiting my time with Liam, telling his school I was unreliable. Unreliable? I was his rock. I planned the DNA test, my stomach in knots. Was I ready for the truth? Tom prepped me. Hit hard. Sophie sent more, Jessica's posts about past mistakes. I was ready to face it, no matter how much it hurt. The DNA test was a punch to the gut. Liam wasn't mine. I sat in our living room, the results shaking in my hand. Liam's toys scattered on the floor. My heart cracked, but he was my son, blood or not. I confronted Jessica that night, the kitchen dark except for the fridge's hum. "Who's Liam's dad?" I asked, showing the results. She paled, then snapped, "You had no right." Right? I played her voicemail, panicky, saying, "Ethan can't find out." She froze. Rachel, there for dinner, stammered, "It's not what it looks like." Not what it looks like. It was betrayal. I called a family meeting at our apartment, the air thick with tension. James, Sophie, Rachel, Jessica, no hiding. I stood, my laptop open, evidence ready. "Truth matters," I said, my voice steady but my chest tight. I clicked a slide, Jessica's Instagram post. "Some secrets stay buried." "She lied about my son," I said. Dad gasped, his coffee mug still. I showed her family chat text. "Liam's not his." Sophie spoke up. "She hid Michael's role." Michael, her ex. Jessica screamed, "You're ruining everything." Ruining. She'd built this mess. I played her voicemail, her fear of my discovery, showed call logs to Michael. "She schemed," I said. Rachel sank, silent. I pulled up photos. Me and Liam at the park, building forts, my love for him. "He's my son," I said, my voice cracking. Jessica fled, Rachel trailing, her face red. I posted online that night. Partner's paternity lie exposed, with her posts, texts, voicemail. It went viral, 350,000 views in hours. Friends messaged, shocked, family reeled. Jessica's lies were out. Michael called me, admitting he was Liam's dad but wanting no part. "He's yours," he said, cold over the phone. Mine, always. I kept Liam close, soccer games, bedtime stories, our bond unbroken. Tom grinned at a bar. "You're his dad, man." Dad, forever. Anna promoted me for landing a $2 million project, the office buzzing. "You're a leader," she said, toasting with cheap wine. Leader? I was Liam's anchor. Mia, a nurse I met at a charity run, 31, with a warm smile, entered our lives. "You're his world," she said, watching Liam kick a ball. World? I was his. Jessica emailed Sophie. "I didn't mean to hurt him." Hurt? She'd gutted me to keep Liam. Rachel called Tom, begging, "Help Jess." Help? They'd lied. Sophie threw a party for Liam's 6th birthday, our backyard glowing with string lights. "You chose him," she said, hugging me. Chose. I lived for him. Dad stood by me, proud. "You're his real father." Father? I'd earned it. A year later, my life's stronger than ever. Austin's my home. Live music, food trucks, the hum of the Colorado River. I'm 35, a senior engineer, my bridges reshaping the city. Liam, 6, is my heart, his laughter my fuel. Mia, my fiancée, brings warmth, her love for Liam as fierce as mine. Our house in Hyde Park is ours. Creaky porch, Liam's drawings on the walls, Mia's plants everywhere. Jessica's lies, hiding Liam's paternity to keep us, broke her, not me. Her last desperate move flopped, and I'm thriving. Jessica's world collapsed fast. Sophie heard her event planning business tanked. Clients bailed after my viral post hit 400,000 views, exposing her lies. Her perfect mom image was gone. Rachel floundered, her reputation shot for covering for Jessica. Jessica texted me, "Ethan, I'm sorry, I was scared of losing you both." Sorry? She'd lied about my son. I ignored her. Rachel DM'd, "I was wrong, Ethan, forgive me." Forgive? Her silence hurt Liam. I blocked her. Neighbors who bought Jessica's "Ethan's unreliable" lies apologized. She fooled us. Fooled. They judged me. Jessica's last post, Ethan twisted everything, flopped, comments roasting her. "You lied about Liam." My proof, posts, texts, voicemails, was undeniable. Her credibility vanished, her lies costing her job. My life soared. Anna gave me a raise for a $3 million project, the office cheering. "You're a pro," she said. Liam thrived. Park playdates, soccer practice, calling me daddy. Tom prepped our next legal step, grinning. "You crushed her." Sophie threw a party for Liam's kindergarten graduation, string lights glowing. "You saved him," she said, hugging me. Saved? I was flying. Dad visited, proud. "You're his real father." Father? I lived for Liam. Mia, with her gentle laugh, nurtured his joy. "You're his hero," she said, watching him run. Hero? I was dad. My projects hit industry news, Anna cheering, "You're a legend." Legend? I'd reclaimed my truth. Jessica's final try was a blog post after my project award. "Ethan stole my son." Stole? She'd lied. It tanked. Readers commented, "You deceived him." Her life stalled. Rachel's too. Their lies burned their bridges. I didn't gloat. Much. They earned it. Liam and I stood in our backyard, Austin's stars bright. "You're my best daddy," he said, his hand in mine. Best? I lived for him. Jessica thought she'd hide her lies, break our bond, win. She taught me, love beats betrayal. I didn't just take a DNA test, I built a family. Liam, Mia, my spark, my home, my truth. I'm Ethan Hayes, engineer, father, boundless. And I wouldn't change a thing.